Good morning, it's Tamsin's birthday today and I'm just in the garage grabbing her birthday present from where I have skillfully hidden it. I'm absolutely certain she won't have noticed the little fortress of sheets of cardboard sitting in the corner for no reason at all. Well, I remember the most important thing, which is the presents, but I've just realised I've forgotten a birthday card. Basically, I spent so long searching for what I knew Tamsin wanted, which was a banana yellow case, that I completely forgot everything else. I'll show you the case in a moment. And here we go with one banana yellow suitcase. Ta-da! I had a grand plan of making some pan au chocolats this morning as well, but when we went to Prague we had the most amazing pan au chocolats and they've kind of ruined it for us now. None of the ones we bought at home or anywhere else or made ourselves are quite as good, and I'm not quite sure how to replicate that. So I've run out of butter and milk. I've popped to the supermarket anyway, and then we're thinking about going for a quick day trip somewhere, not decided where yet, so that's going to be the next job after breakfast. Well, the supermarket trip wasn't entirely successful. One of the main things I went for was a birthday cake. I forgot the birthday cake. Anyway, we've just spent ages looking for things to do around and about here, and we've seen most of the things already, so we have decided that we're going to go out and look at some rocks. I'm really excited about that. I will take you out there and show you the rocks in a bit. I've made up some sandwiches, yummy cheese sandwiches, so they're all packed and taking those with me. And now let's go and see rocks. And that's us here. I've absolutely no idea where we are. I'm hoping that Tamsin will tell me at some point, and I will probably put the name of the place on the video title, so you'll all know when I don't. But yeah, we're here. It's really pretty. It's really peaceful and quiet. There's lots of sheep running around, single track roads, no traffic. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is what I kind of think about when I think about rural Cornwall. At least I think we're still in Cornwall. In the meantime, Tamsin's desperately trying to lose me. I don't know if you can see her in the distance. I can't see her on my tiny little screen on the camera, but she's definitely there. One of the things I didn't realise when I started doing these videos is the way in which everyone tries to abandon you as soon as you start doing a video. Just quickly though, look at the beautiful scenery. I actually don't care that much if the rocks that we go and see are a bit rubbish. It's so beautiful here that it's worth the trip anyway. And here we are coming up to the rocks. One other visitor here. Look at that though. I must say it's really nice here. If you've got 60 to 90 seconds to kill, it's really good. A little bit of a drive, but the drive is nice as well, so it does kind of make it into probably a half-day trip rather than just a minute or two. I think we might have our picnic now. And here we go with my luxury lunch. It's a cheese sandwich, tangerine and a bit of coconut water because that was on offer in the supermarket. Just a final quick twizzle around from the centre of the stone circle. I feel like I should tell you something about the local superstition attached to it, but I don't know anything, so I'd have to make something up, which I might do anyway. But for now, we're off to explore the area. So there's lots of random sheep fluff sitting around. I'm picking it up because I know the birds will like it for their nesting material. And just quickly look at this, it's a poo with a mushroom. How brilliant is that? Does anyone know what kind of mushroom that is? We've been wandering for a little bit now and we found another road. Tamsin's just looked on the internet and apparently there's another little stone circle around here somewhere. So we're going to see if we can find it. before probably heading back so that we don't get too lost. Well, it looks like we've walked past our turn off, so here we go, turning left now. I've got a pocket full of shedded sheep wool now, so I'm going to be putting that out when I get back. I'm actually really excited about that, which is probably a bit silly, but anyway, I'm hoping that the birds really appreciate it, and yes, then I'll have my my sort of Cinderella Sleeping Beauty moment where they come and make my bed and stuff. Or perhaps I mean Snow White. And just a quick video of a couple more poo mushrooms. After growing my mushrooms, I feel oddly excited about that as well. Meanwhile, I'm walking along and I'm hoping that I don't pick up any ticks. I probably should have thought of that before I put my shorts and my sandals on. None so far, so fingers crossed. Well, we found a couple of stones. We're not sure if this is it. There's possibly a circle that we can see, though we're not entirely convinced. Have a look. And it possibly goes around there, and it maybe goes around that way. There's another stone over there in the distance. Not sure though. Well, I've wandered round to the other side and it's looking a little bit more circly over here, so I'm thinking it might be it. I mean, it's done well to survive as long as it has, because I'm assuming it's pretty ancient. We've decided that probably was the stone circle. It's now getting a little bit windy and the sun's gone in. It's not cold yet, but we've decided we probably should head back to the car, as we're not really dressed for a proper hike, more just a little stroll on the moors. So we've got maybe half a kilometre to walk back to the car, and then off home we go. Just thought I'd show you the sheep running by in the background. Living in the village, it's still a bit unusual to see animals wandering around, roaming free on the moors like this, so very exciting. Be nice if they came over to say hello, but obviously they're wild and a bit nervous, so I'm not going any closer than this. Turns out it was almost about a kilometre in the end, so that's my step count in for the day. We're just driving back and Tamsin noticed a gorgeous little brook, so we thought we'd stop here and have a little look on the way. Just wanted to stop for a moment and show you this. I don't know if you can see, but there's a random bottle of red wine sitting on the other side of the river. Can't tell from here whether it's full or empty, but it kind of looks like it's got something in it. Can't get across to it to see though. Hello Mr. Sheepy, won't you please come down and greet us? We've managed to get across to the other side of the river. Imaginatively, we used the bridge that was right next to us, so we're over here and we're off to have a look and see if the bottle of wine is full. And tragically, it looks like someone has stolen all of our wine. Though here on the other side of the river, we've also found some ruins. We might try and go and have a little look, but unfortunately there's a small obstacle in the way. And it's actually a rather impressive archway here. It looks like it's buried into the ground, so it might be really old. I've got no idea. I really would be curious to know what it is, or at least what it used to be. And underneath the arch, there's another smaller arch. Don't know if you can see that. And there's a little set of stone steps off to the side. And then here, just on the other side, there's a little entryway or exit way. I'm not sure which. I suppose it depends which direction you're going. Anyway, leading through here is an overgrown area surrounded by a small wall. This is really interesting. In a little moment of inspiration, I've just remembered this old bird feeder. I used to use it and I'd put fat balls in it, but Tamsin doesn't like fat balls because they have animal fat in. So we no longer use fat balls and we use the seeds instead. So this is going to now be the home of all the wool that the birds will hopefully use to build and line their nests so they're nice and toasty warm. And here's one I prepared earlier. That's one bird feeder, all full of nice, fluffy, soft white sheep's wool. So I'll pop that out and hopefully it goes down well. Actually, the real challenge is going to be to decide where to put it, because if I put it on the dangle feeder, then all the crows are going to sit there and use this as a perch to eat the seeds, and then there'll be nothing left for the small birds. And the big birds have actually got their own bird table with loads of seeds on already, so I don't want them stealing the little bird food. I might have to find somewhere else to put it. 15 seconds of thought later, I found a nice little spot on the side of the shed, so that's where it's going to live. So now I'm home, Google has just automatically told me where I just was and asked for a review. Apparently I was at Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Shannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle, Stannonstone Circle. And that's where I was. I'm not 100% sure how I'm supposed to give a Google star rating to an ancient stone circle in the middle of the moors. It's not like it's properly a tourist attraction, it's more like a little something. So for once, I'm actually not going to do that. But anyway, it was really good. I probably wouldn't try and make a whole day out of it because, as I said before, it is about 90 seconds of entertainment. But the area around it is fantastic. So if you want to make it into a walk and explore the local area and pick up sheep wool like I did, then it's a really nice day out. And I would recommend that. So do it. I'll post the coordinates in the video, just in the link below. Also, while I'm out here, I'm just going to quickly show you the fruits and vegetables that Tamsin's been growing. So it looks like the little purple berries are coming along. I think they might be black currants. Again, I'm not entirely sure because they are Tamsin's babies, but yeah, we've got little purple looking berry-like things, and by the looks of things, we also have some possibly raspberries coming along. Also, some shallots, they're doing really well. The last few years they've done terribly, so I'm quite excited by those. And just above those are some beans with bugs on. Tamsin doesn't want us to get rid of the bugs, partly because of using bug spray on food and partly because she doesn't like getting rid of bugs. So I'm not sure if I want to eat any of those, but they're growing well, so maybe they'll make good seeds for next year. However, the tomatoes aren't doing particularly well. By this point of the year, they're usually about 4 feet tall and completely taking over the greenhouse, so I'm not sure what's happened this year. And the same sort of things happened with the peas. So normally we can't move for garden peas, whereas this year we've just not really got any, which is very disappointing as the peas are my favourite. On the other hand, we now appear to have an orange tree. Now that wasn't there yesterday, so I can only assume that it's grown from a seed overnight and that it's got no other way that it could have possibly been there. Definitely nothing to do with Tamsin's mum popping over with her birthday presents earlier. Also, we've got some strawberries. You didn't get to see those on the plants because they are under a bird-proof net, but they look pretty good. And the mint appears to be doing pretty well as well.